Chandraya Radhikaya Tadaru Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopijana Samayuktam Vrindavan Manoharam Bhajami Radham Aravinda Netram Smarami Radham Marudasmitasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Vadaram Tato Mano Yastikiti Nakapi Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Vidandi Swami Bhaktivedanta, Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Shiksha Gurus Vidandi Swami Sri Gaura Govinda Gosai Maharaj, Sri Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Gosai Maharaj, all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, Hare Krishna. So again we've come to the house of Shyam Sundar, Vanamali, all children, grandchildren, parents, everyone. So, this Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the fruit of all scriptures. Nigama Kalpataro Galatamthi. If all the Vedas are like a tree, then the Srimad Bhagavatam is like the fruit. This comes the very essence of realization of Vyasadeva himself. Okay there? Try and hear by now. So, this Bhagavatam is very dear to the Vaishnavas. We have Vaishnavaram Priya. It's also called the Paramahamsa Samhita. This is spoken and heard by the Rasiks, by the Paramahamsas. And this Bhagavatam contains nothing else except Krishna Bhakti Ras, the topics of service to Krishna. This Dharma, Artha, Karma and Moksha, there is no touch of this in the Bhagavatam. Indeed, the second verse says, who will hear this Bhagavatam? Many people, when the Bhagavatam is spoken, they feel bored, they leave. No interest, no taste. Why? Because this Bhagavatam have no materialistic topics. Adavanti cha chamade cha hari sarvakti. In the beginning, the middle and the end, there is only one topic, service to Krishna. So who have other desires, very hard for them to develop taste in hearing or speaking or remembering the Bhagavatam. Especially Dharma, Prajitako, Koitavakta, Paramanya, Matsaranam, Satam, Vedya, Vastava, Mata, Vasta, Sivadam, Tapatre and Mulana. Girls don't hide in the back. Plenty of room here. They won't hide in the back. But who wants to drink, they come in the front. Gurudev always said, who wants to hear Katha, they always come in the front. So, 4 types of cheaters are there. Cheating religion, Koitav Dharma. What is that? Dharma, Artha, Karma and Moksha. Those who want, many people doing some religion, and they think I sacrifice a little bit of enjoyment here, and I can get more enjoyment in the next life. I can go to the celestial planets. This is called Dharma. Artha. Many people think if I practice religion, I can get some wealth, get some money, then I can enjoy a lot. Artha. Kam means I can fulfill some desire by practicing religion. And lastly, moksha, the desire to merge with Bhagavan. These 4 types of persons cannot hear the Bhagavatam. They cannot hear. They say, no taste, too boring, too boring. So only the person who gives up. Only person who gives up all these desires, they can hear nicely. This Harikatha enters their ear and purifies their heart. Indeed, Krishna appears in the heart of that person who likes to hear. Guru Maharaj would say, Krishna enters the heart through the ears. But we have so much earwax. Attachment to yoga, attachment to meditation, attachment to some material religious process, attachment for liberation. We are not hearing topics of Krishna for Krishna's pleasure. Even Radhika, so high. Yat Brahma Sukhanara Abhisma Mukya Ralachito Nasahasya Purusasya Tasya Sada Vasakara Chuna Mananta Shaktim Tam Radhika Charanarenu Anushrama Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur said. How high is Radhika? Brahma, Shiva, Narad, the four Kumaras, Bhisma Mukya, grandfather Bhishma Pitama and Mahabharata. They are looking for that foot dust of Radharani. How can I get? How can I get? But they cannot get it. That foot dust of Radhika is so powerful it controls Krishna. Churna, in Ayurvedic medicine, a churna is like a powder. If you have any disease, you take the churna, your disease goes. So what is the disease? What is the medicine to catch Krishna? That is foot dust of Radhika. And what is Radhika's life and soul? Topics of Krishna. We never heard Radhika say, I had enough topics of Krishna. No more. Just like so many rivers. The Demara river, Demara, right? Flowing into the ocean, but ocean never say, I had enough. No more. That much the river gives the ocean, that much the ocean takes. So Radhika knows she's the Keli Rupa Vesha Lagna Satsamadika Mayamatma Dasya Dasa Pada Padma Dasa. Kaviraj Goswami says. And what is Radhika? She is Yogini. Yogini means she is in Samadhi on Krishna's Rupa Vesha Keli. Keli means pastimes. Rup, Krishna's form, Krishna's vesh, what Krishna is wearing. Rupa Vesha Keli Lagna Satsamadika. She's always in Samadhi on topics of Krishna, meditation on Krishna. So topics of Krishna never finish. This world and even next world. When you go Goloka Vrindavan, what you'll be doing there? Also topics of Krishna are there. This Shravan Kirtan, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Achanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanavedanam. These are all eternal. We should not think I just do some bhakti. Bhakti means seva. Bhaj Dhatu, to serve. We should not think I'm doing some seva, then I get something, then I give up seva. Guru Maharaj saying, what is bhakti? The result of bhakti is more bhakti. The result of service is more service. So, we can only hear topics of Krishna from Vaishnavas. If you go to the yogis, the karmis, the jnanis, the tapasvis means people who, like in Kumbh Mela, 20 years holding one hand up, sleeping on thorns, meditating. There's one man in Yamuna, in Vrindavan, every day for like 12 years, from morning till dusk, he sits in the Yamuna here and chants something. So the tapasvis, those who do big austerities, the yogis who want mystic powers, by performance of Astanga Yoga, the karmis who want the celestial planets, Swarga, the heavenly planets. All these people, we cannot hear topics of Krishna from. Even they speak something of Krishna, their idea is Krishna will help me to fulfill my desire. Some other desire. In simple language, they are all doing business with Krishna. But the devotee, the Vaishnava, is not doing business with Krishna. They are speaking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna only for Krishna's happiness. Therefore in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Machita makkata prana bodhiyantis parasparam katam ritaschamam nityam tusyanti charo manticha. Jirika Maharaj would say, this is the most important verse of Bhagavad Gita. When materialists meet, what they talk about. Shankar, what are you doing there? Listening? Put your phone down. Materialists, what they talk about? Boy met girl, business, sports, politics. But when Vaishnavas meet, what they speak about? Topics of Krishna. So every day we should hear. Normally, every day, call all family members and half an hour can read Bhagavatam. All books are upstairs, but when I open this one, full of spider webs. So everyone, even home, if you cannot come to temple, then make your home a temple. Call all devotees, call family members, sit. Half an hour, can hear, read something. Then when you read, you can think. And when you chant, some good things will come in your mind. When you chant without reading, then your meditation will go here and there. So Bhaktivedanta Madhusudana Maharaj says the easiest samadhi is Harikatha. If we go home and chant, we're looking at phone, talking to children. But when we hear Katha, Harikatha, topics of Krishna, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, we can forget everything very easily. Especially some nice speaker and you have affection for the speaker, then these topics catch your mind, fully catch your mind. Your mind cannot go here, mind cannot go there. So topics of Krishna only come from the devotees, from the Vaishnavas. Other persons cannot speak about Krishna. And even they speak about Krishna, they have some other desire. And this other desire is like poison. Like you have a very nice pot of sweet rice, but someone puts 1 drop of diesel, spoil everything. So Vaishnava mukhabhid puna dharikatamritam sapuchasta yatapaya. Just like if you have a big pot of milk and a snake, he comes and snake likes milk. So, actually Didi said when she was growing up, the next door neighbors, they had some children, they were heating some milk. The mother was heating some milk. And hot milk you cannot give to children, so she put the milk to cool. And she went and did some other work. At that time she didn't know, but one snake came and drank that milk. She didn't know. Then that poison from the snake went to the milk she gave to the children, and 1 child at least died. So topics of Krishna are like that, no? Topics of Krishna are pure, like milk. But come from the mouth of wrong person, non-devotee. Then that milk becomes poison. That misconception in their heart, that desire comes to you. So really in simple language, topics of Krishna, this is the medicine for material life. If we have a headache, doctor gives aspirin. If we have blood pressure, he gives another medicine. If you give diabetes, Gopal, have diabetes yet? You have. Then doctor give another medicine. But you go to the doctor, what is your problem? Material life, that is the problem. And doctors say, I am not psychiatric, I cannot help you. So what is the real medicine? That is Rasayan, Bhakti Rasayan. That is topics of Krishna. Like Parikshit Maharaj had 7 days to live. What would we do if we learned we had 7 days to live? Gopal, what would you do? Give a discount at Best Buys? 50% off? What would we do? Parikshit Maharaj also But actually everyone in this room, we will all die in 7 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. In one of these 7 days, we will all die. So what should we do? Parikshit Maharaj is the Guru. He showed just by hearing topics of Krishna from high-class Vaishnava, you can develop a relation with Krishna by hearing. Sometimes people say, how can I love Krishna? I never met him. I met my wife, I met my children, I can love them. But how can we love Krishna? We never seen him, we never spoke with him. So Guru Maharaj says we can meet Krishna by hearing. Like Rukmini. Rukmini was only 5 years old. And the great saint Narad Muni would come to her father's house, Rukmangad, brothers. And Narad Muni means Narad Muni Bajai Bina Radhika Ramana Name Nama Amani Udita Hoye Bhakata Gita Sane. Narad Muni always Radha Raman, Radha Raman, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Many people only like to chant Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. They say, why Ram came first and Krishna came second? But all incarnations are eternal. So, anyway, so by Rukmini, just by hearing about Krishna, she was only 5 years old. Well, Krishna is that handsome. Krishna is that powerful. Krishna is that kind, so much wealthy, so much strong, so much fixed. Why should I marry anyone else? I will marry him. So just by hearing about Krishna, she fixed her mind on Krishna. And that happened. But topics of Krishna only come from Vaishnavas, come from devotees. And who is a Vaishnava? Grihati Vishnu Diksha Ko Vishnu Puja Koro. Who took Diksha mantra from Sadhu. Who took Diksha mantra. Without mantra, Krishna mantra, we cannot serve Krishna. Because the mantra, in disciplined succession, this mantra gives the qualification how to serve Krishna. Krishna mantra hoite hobe samsara mocha. Krishna nam hoite pabe si Krishna racha. The mantra of Krishna destroyed, these Diksha mantras destroy all anatta, unwanted desires, ignorance, sin, past offense, everything destroyed, burnt to ashes by Krishna mantra. And then when heart is purified, you can chant purely. You can chant with relationship. So all these things only come from Vaishnava Sangha. Vaishnava who never took Diksha from Guru can never become a Vaishnava. One can only become a Vaishnava by the mercy of a Vaishnava. One can only become a servant of Krishna by the mercy of a servant of Krishna. Like COVID, something. You can only get it from someone who has it. So love of Krishna comes from someone who has it. Therefore we find, since the beginning of creation, that process was there to take Diksha, to take mantra from pure Uttam Bhagavat Vaishnava. So, there is nothing more valuable in this world than association with devotees. So tonight we want to tell one history. Last night we told the history of Chitraketu. But this is a more modern history, only 5,000 years old. Don't think when Krishna came to this world everyone is very happy. The demons also came. So amongst the demons was one very prominent demon. His name was Jarasandha. So Mahabharata described his birth. His father had 2 wives, but could not have a son. Therefore he did one yagya to test the yagya. And from the fire, one divine deva came from the fire with one pot of sweet rice. It's called charu. We say sweet rice because we have no experience, but the real name is charu. So he had 2 wives. Which wife he's going to give it to? So he cut it in half and gave half to each wife. So what happened? Each wife gave birth to half a baby. Not at all. When we take medicine, it says, take according to doctor's recommendation. Just excuse me one minute. So, two halves of a baby are useless, no benefit. So the king ordered, throw these pieces into the forest. So in the forest was one Rakshasa. Her name was Jada. So she was, Rakshasa means to eat meat. That is called demon. So when she saw the two halves of a baby, then she thought, this is like a Subway sandwich. So she put both halves together to eat. The baby began moving hands and legs. So this Jada, she took the baby, now complete baby, back to the king and offered to him, this is your child. So the king called the child Jada-san. Jada-san. Sanda means to join. Like when the sun sets, that's called Sandhya. When the sun rises, that's called Sandhya. The joining of day and night. So Jada-san, she was very powerful, very powerful. So, he had two daughters, Asti and Prapti. So, every father has responsibility to marry daughter to some good husband, not some rubbish husband. So all fathers should take care. I marry my daughter, should be Vaishnav, should be fixed in proper behavior, sadachar, should be vegetarian, do ekadasi, fast, have some belief in Bhagavan, some proper behavior. So Jarasandha, because he was a demon, he did not care about these things. Who is the strongest? So he married his two daughters to the other great demon named Kamsa. Kamsa was killed by Krishna, and 7 brothers of Kamsa were killed by Balaram. So the two daughters in Vedic culture, when husband dies, then what to do? So the girls crying, went to their father. Then Jarasandha became very upset. Oh, this Krishna gives so much distress to my daughters, I will kill him. So he collected a huge army. Actually, he's born from Bihar. So he collected a massive army. It's number not given here, but I've heard Mahabharata had how many? 12 and 19 akshahonis. Akshahoni means like division. I've heard a number, it's like 60 million people. 60 million souls. That was Mahabharata. So Jarasandha collected an even bigger army than that. He had 18 akshahonis. In very angry mood, he attacked Mathura. That time Krishna, of course, had spent 15 years in Vrindavan. 15 years, 8 months and 2 weeks. Then he came to Mathura. How long he stayed in Mathura? Some say 17 years. So when Jarasandha came with his huge army, then all the devotees in Mathura became afraid. Krishna said, don't worry. So Krishna and Balaram came out alone. No? Some celestial chariots came with all the weapons. And Krishna, Balaram and 4 or 5 other soldiers came out of the gates. Then Jarasandha attacked, and Krishna alone with Balaram killed 60 million soldiers in about 45 minutes. Means Krishna, when he'd take the arrow, when he'd pull the bow, so fast no one can see he'd move. So fast, like light. And in 45 minutes he killed like 60 million people. There's descriptions here, rivers of blood, millions of elephants and horses and humans dead. All their jewels, because at that time, now people go to war with just wearing like cotton and polyester. But at that time when the kings would fight, they would have golden swords, jewels, everything. So alone, Krishna finished everyone. Not even any perspiration. And when Krishna and Balaram, they killed everyone, but they did not kill Jarasandha. They grabbed him, gave him a few slaps, like insult, twist his ear, and without killing him, they released. Why? Krishna knows he hates me so much, he'll come back next year. Sometimes people think, Anyway, these days they have delivery system, right? You want something, you order online, and the guy delivers it to your door. So why should I go to the supermarket and take so much time when the supermarket comes to you? So Krishna and Balaram not killed Jarasandha, they knew. Why should we go around the whole world killing demons? Jarasandha next year will bring more demons to us. And that happened 17 times. 17 times Krishna finished the whole army of Jarasandha, but did not kill Jarasandha. 17 times. So you can do the math. How many demons Krishna killing very easily. But on the 18th time was a little different. Why Jarasandha was coming again with his army. But this time from Turkey was another demon. His name was Kalyava. There are two uncivilized tribes, the Yavans and the Malechas. Yavan means who eats meat. Actually, they're non-Hindu. Who eats meat is like our Muslim brothers, Christian brothers. They're called Yavans. Who's eating meat? So someone may say, I am Hindu but eating chicken and eating all these things. They're not actually Hindu. They're outside of our nation. They're Yavans. So, he lived in Turkey, and his father had done big austerities to please Lord Shiva. I think for like 12 years he ate powdered iron. Imagine that. We have rice, dal, sabji, macaroni, many things. But for 12 years he just ate powdered iron. Then Shiva said, what do you want? He said, I want a son who will give fear to the dynasty of Krishna, the Yadus. So Shiva smiled. Okay, what can I do? You want that thing, take. So he had a son. That son was called Kalyava. Yada means meat eater. So he came from Turkey. And because his father had eaten iron for 12 years, he was incredibly powerful, incredibly strong. No one could fight with him. So what's the use of being Mike Tyson if there's no one to fight? No benefit. So Kalyava was feeling unhappy. I have so much strength but no one to fight me. So one day he met Narad Muni. So Kalyava thought, oh, he's come to fight. Hey! And Narad Muni, hey, Haribol. Oh, he wants to fight, come. And Narad said, no. I cannot fight you. But I know someone who can fight. I know someone who will give you happiness by fighting. Who is he? Then Narad Muni said, take some notes. What's his name? Krishna. Where he lives? Mathura. Mathura, where's that? Because Kalyava from Turkey. Okay, you've got to go through Iran, Pakistan, through Amritsar, Puri, like this. Mathura. And his name is Krishna. Yes, people call him Vasudev. Oh, he has many names. Yeah, I tell you his name, your hair go white. Vasudev, Madan Mohan, Keshav, Krishna, Hari. So many names he has. Damoda, Govinda, Gopal, Shamsundar. So many names he has. What he looks like? Oh, very beautiful he is, very beautiful. His teeth very white like a flock of swans on the sky. He wears yellow cloth. He's always wearing a garland of lotus. His eyebrows like the bow of Cupid, like top to bottom, Narad Muni. Kasturi tilakam lalita patale bakshashtali kostava masagre varamukti kam venukare kore kankanam sarvangre harichandanam sulaleke kanta muktabali gopa vesh vijayate gopala chula. He is very dark like a rain cloud. Very dark, very handsome. He wears a garland of lotus. He has 4 hands. 4! Yeah, you can't miss it. 4 hands. So Narad Muni described Krishna's form, top to bottom. Many people say God is formless, but this is not correct. If scriptures say God is formless, it means that Krishna has no material form. It does not mean he has no spiritual form. Like in Islam, it's considered haram to worship matter. That's why in Islam they don't never make any picture of God or even of Muhammad. They're against this. But even though they're against the worship of matter, still there's so much attached to their wives and children and businesses and house. This is also matter. And so we shouldn't worship matter, but we cannot deny the transcendental spiritual form of the Supreme Lord. That is not denied in the Quran. In Allah made Surah. Allah made man as if looking in a mirror. It says in the Quran. As if looking in a mirror, Bhagavan made man after his own image. So what is that form? We cannot speculate. We have to accept, like great sadhus like Narad have described. So top to bottom, Narad described Kasturi Tilaka. On his forehead he wears a nice tilak of musk. Nalit Bhakshastaliko. On his neck he wears a kostab jewel, a very special jewel only Krishna has during the mother sleeping. Don't sleep. Bhakshastaliko Nasagre Vadamuktikam Veruka. In his hands he has a flute, many bangles here. He's more handsome than millions of cupids surrounded by the gopis. He's called Gopal. Gopala Chudama. He's the crest jewel of cowherd boys. So Narad described Krishna top to bottom to Kalyavan, where he lives, what his name, what his father's name is, what he's wearing, Krishna's name, form, qualities, and activities. Kalyavan believed Narad Muni. Yes. Okay. So believing in Narad's words, Kalyavan took his army and came all the way through to India. His army was also something incredible, like 60 million soldiers. So, at that time, when Jarasandha had his army, the same time Jarasandha with his army, both came at the same time. So, of course, Krishna can do, but still, to fight two people at the same time, this is no easy thing. So what did Krishna do? What did Krishna do? He ran away. If someone runs away from fighting, we call them coward, weakling, what we call them. No, in Australia we say gutless, no guts. But Krishna is independent. He does not have to fight if he doesn't want. And 17 times he defeated Jarasandha, so no question of Krishna being afraid. But still Krishna, wonderful. His Leela was very difficult to understand. He ran away. But by this Krishna became even more glorious. The devotees call him Ram Chor, one name of Krishna, Ram Chor. Chor means who runs away. Ram means battlefield. Krishna who ran away from the battlefield, he is Ram Chor. That is nature of Krishna. Even he do something bad, according to material estimation, like stealing. Krishna steals, devotees become so much happy, they glorify him. Makan Chor. Varu Dharma Ashraya, that is Krishna. He do opposite things, but still, all these things can rest in him. He not lose anything. If we steal, everyone battles from the temple. But Krishna steals, everyone glorifies him. Because anyone Krishna steals from, that devotee becomes so much happy. Krishna stole my things. So Krishna and Balaram ran away. Jarasandha was chasing. Jarasandha was chasing Krishna and Balaram and using very bad words. When Krishna ran, there was one mountain called Revat. Krishna ran up there with Balaram on the top. And how to bring Krishna down? Jarasandha made a bushfire, a forest fire around the mountain. That forest fire made so much smoke, Jarasandha could not see. Krishna and Balaram jumped through the smoke and came back to Mathura, but Jarasandha could not see that. He thought, Krishna and Balaram burned to ashes, finished, Ram Nam Satyai. And very happily he went back to his country with all his soldiers. But of course Krishna was not dead, he was still there. So Krishna came out of the palace. So Krishna said, if powerful Jarasandha comes while we are fighting Kalyavan, Jarasandha will enter the city and kill everyone. That was Jarasandha. He wanted to kill everyone in Krishna's city, not just Krishna and Balaram, every man, every woman, every child. So Krishna escaped like that, Jarasandha bewildered, he went away. Krishna came back to Dwarka. So, then when Krishna came outside the city gates to fight with Kalyavan, normally Krishna always had two-handed form, mostly. But because Narad Muni had said Krishna has four hands, then Krishna made a four-handed form. Otherwise Kalyavan would not recognize him to be Krishna. Because Narad Muni gave the checklist. So to prove the words of great saints like Narad to be true, Krishna came outside with four-handed form. So, how does Krishna look when he came outside? Very beautiful description. A little read it. Tadvilokya viniskritam ujanam milvodupanam darsani atmana shamam pita koshaya vasanam. Just like the moon comes out of the ocean, Madhamohan, still awake? Sit properly. You sit like this, you're going to sleep. Like the moon comes out of the ocean, but moon is not born from the ocean. But it looked like that. So Krishna came out of the city of Mathura like the moon rises from the ocean. And how he looked? Most beautiful. He had dark complexion, yellow silk, pitamba. Krishna always wears pitamba. Upon his chest he wore the Srivats, one special jewel. When Krishna defeated Kaliya, then Krishna got that jewel. His four arms are very, not like Damana Maharaj, right? His arms look like toothpicks. Krishna's arms very nice, like a snake. Big here and go thin, like a snake. Gopis always fear to be bitten by the snake-like arms of Krishna. He was smiling very beautifully. And his eyes were a little bit reddish. Like someone intoxicated, you can tell their eyes are red. Krishna has so much ecstasy within him, his eyes also a little bit reddish, like a lotus flower. Like a lotus flower. His cheeks were very shining. He had shark-shaped earrings, special earrings Krishna always wears. Many people these days claim to be Bhagavan, but don't want to mention names, but Sai Baba, all these people, where are the earrings? Where's the Kostubuju? Where's the flute? Where's all these things they do not have? So he was smiling very sweetly. And the Kalyavan thought, this person must be Vasudeva. Why? He possesses all the characteristics that Narad Muni described. So we want to think of God, we have to think like this. Krishna have feet, Krishna have hands, he have hair, he have everything. This means to think of God. If God has no form, why all the scriptures say again and again, meditate on the feet of Ram. Meditate, Bande Krishna Chananadavinda. Like give prayers to the feet of Krishna. If God has no form, why are the scriptures described everywhere? His hands, his feet, his eyes, his smile. This person must be Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, because he has all the symptoms that Narad Muni told me. He has Srivas, he is very handsome. But Krishna came out of the city with no weapons. No chariot, no sword, no bow and arrow, nothing. Just like this, empty hand. So Kalyavan was a great hero also. Previously the demons also had great character. These days demons are those rubbish persons. But in the Vedic times, even the demons had so much character. Oh, Krishna has come outside without any weapons, without any chariot. So Kalyavan gave up his chariot, gave up his weapons, and also went to fight him like equal. So, I will fight him without weapons. Deciding this, he came in front of Krishna to fight. And Krishna ran away. Krishna began running. Many reasons why, you will hear later. But one of the reasons is, if an Aryan, if a Brahmin, if someone from a high family is touched by a meat eater, they lose everything. So Krishna is afraid, if I fight this guy by wrestling or something, maybe all my family reject me, not talk to me. Hey, he touched that guy, hey, come on. Go and take a bath, go to some holy place, come back 1 month later. Anyway, Madhusudana Maharaj says that out of fear, Krishna ran. And you can imagine Kalyavan, how angry, he just walked like 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers to fight, and Krishna running away. So Kalyavan chased him, but not so easy to catch Krishna. Every moment it seemed like Kalyavan was about to grab Krishna, but each time Krishna was 2 fingers away from Kalyavan. Many people tried to catch Krishna by force, but they cannot do it. Mother Yasoda could do, we heard. Mother Yasoda could catch. And when she caught baby Krishna, Rudantam Muhu Netram Yugmam Rajantam Karamboja Yugmena Satanka Netram Muhu Swasa Kampa Tride Kanka Kanta Stita Krevam Damo Dharam Bhaktiva. Yasoda could catch Krishna. She has love like that. But any demon cannot catch. Many times we think, I'm giving lots of donation, I can catch Krishna. You can only catch someone when you're stronger than them. You can only buy someone when you're richer than them. But who can be richer than Krishna? You cannot buy him. Who can be stronger than Krishna? You cannot by force catch him. Who can be more learned than Krishna? Many people think, I study the Vedas, I learn Sanskrit, I become Pandit, I catch Krishna. Because who can be more learned than Krishna? He is the Guru of the 4 Vedas, Bande Krishna Jagat. So Kalyavan, he tried to catch Krishna but could not catch. Because to catch Krishna, to control Krishna is not child's play. Guru Maharaj would say, should not think Krishna is just like a $2 rasgulla like this. So Kalyavan chasing Krishna, again and again he spoke bad words to Krishna because he come so far and Krishna's running. You coward, you low-class fellow, come back and fight. But Krishna running, he did not pay attention. Appearing virtually within reach of Kalyavan's grip at every moment, Krishna, the king of the Yadavas, ran very far away to one mountain cave. In that cave was sleeping one person. What was his history? That is, his name was Muchakunda. Muchakunda was from Satyuga. This is now Dwapara Yuga. So millions of years he'd been sleeping in that cave. Why? He was human being but very powerful king. So when the demigods, the devas would have some problems, some disturbance from the demons, they would ask Muchakunda, please help us, fight for us, even though he was human being, he was so strong. Again and again he helped the demigods. So the demigods, we want to give you 2 benedictions. We are very pleased by your service. What do you want? So Muchakunda was a great devotee, so he thought very carefully. You please tell me when Krishna will next come on this earth plane. The incarnations are all mentioned in the Vedas very clearly. When they come, what color they will be, what they will teach, who their mother and father will be. Everything is described very clearly. Like the incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very clearly described in many places. Brigashami Mayapura Sachisu. In the future he will come and he will appear in Mayapur from the womb of Mother Sachi. Many places in the Purana are very clearly described. But these days many people accepting someone for incarnation, but their name nowhere mentioned in the Vedas. Like Swami Narayan. Okay, I think, are they here in Guyana? Many people, Sai Baba, who else? Many false incarnations. Their name nowhere in the Vedas, we cannot accept. So even it says when the incarnations will appear, which area they will appear. It's all clearly mentioned. So when the demigod said to Muchakunda, take 2 benedictions, he asked, please tell me when Krishna will come again to the earth planet. Krishna comes once in the day of Lord Brahma. Right? There's 1,000 Satyugas, 1,000 Treta Yugas, 1,000 Dwapara Yugas, 1,000 Kali Yugas in one day of Brahma. So which Dwapara Yuga Krishna will appear? Krishna always comes in Dwapara Yuga, but which Dwapara Yuga? There's 1,000 in one day of Brahma, 1,000 in one night of Brahma. So which? So the demigods calculated, he'll appear in the 27th Dwapara Yuga of the 7th Manu in this day of Brahma. When is that? 5,125 years ago when Krishna appeared. That was the beginning. That was the 27th Dwapara Yuga of the 7th Manu. In one day of Brahma, 14 Manus. So the middle and the 27th Dwapara Yuga. Then Muchakunda became depressed. Oh my God, man. That's like millions and millions of years away. I cannot tolerate that separation, waiting so long for Krishna. So he asked for another benediction. I want to sleep. And when Krishna comes, he'll wake me up. And anyone else wakes me up, they'll be burned to ashes. Because the demigods were again and again, hey, come and help us, come and help us. So then the demigods would leave him alone out of fear of being burned to ashes. For that reason, Muchakunda was asleep in the cave, hiding, sleeping under one blanket. Krishna knew this history. So when Krishna was running with Muchakunda following behind him, where did Krishna go? In that cave. And Krishna went on the side, hiding. Muchakunda followed Krishna into the cave, and what did he see? One guy sleeping on the ground. Then he became very angry. Sala, I come here so long and you're sleeping here? So Muchakunda gave him one big kick. Devotees, we never kick anyone. No? Because Bhagavan in the heart of everyone. So we should not kick any dog even, or what to speak of human being. So this is great insult to kick someone. So Muchakunda, when he was kicked by Kalyavan, he woke up. And then Kalyavan was burned to ashes because he had the benediction. Then then Muchakunda, he woke up and he saw this person standing in the cave. Who was that? That was Krishna. So Muchakunda looking up and down again and again, very carefully looking. Is this Krishna? But just to be fully sure, he asked some, like when we meet someone, what we say, hey, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? So Muchakunda introduced himself. I think he said, right? I am the son of Ikshvaku. In Bhagavad Gita, you see 4th chapter. From Krishna came the sun god. Right? You cannot, 4th chapter, you can look. Krishna, in the beginning of this day of Brahma, Krishna spoke the knowledge to the sun god. To Manu. Manu is the first human soul. So Krishna spoke the Vedic knowledge to Manu. Manu spoke to the sun god, Vivasvan. Vivasvan spoke to Ikshvaku, his son. So this is Guru Parampara. Without proper Guru, hearing from proper Guru, you cannot get real knowledge. So Muchakunda said, I am in the dynasty of Ikshwaku. This same devotee line. Hang on, let me find. I'll just skip it. So Muchakunda, when he was looking at Krishna, what he said again and again, Bhagavatam giving these descriptions, the form of Krishna, the activities of Krishna. Like here, one hears this and how naughty is Krishna, how clever. By one activity, Krishna performed many, get many results. These are all 64 qualities of Krishna. So it's again and again we have to hear this: Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's activities, running away again and again. So Muchakunda, he saw Krishna. He was dark like a rain cloud. He had 4 hands. He wore silk garments. On his chest, Krishna has one line here. This is called Shrivats. Shrivats means Lakshmi, one golden line. That is Lakshmi always on the chest of Krishna. On his neck was the Kaustuva jewel. He wore the Vaijanti Mala, one very special garland. Krishna was very handsome, very peaceful. He was smiling very mildly. High-class person, when they laugh, they don't show their teeth. No. So Krishna very gently smiling. He had the earrings. His beauty was extraordinary, very youthful. Krishna walked like an angry lion. If you go on Animal Channel, what's it called? National Geographic. Some animals very famous for their walking. Swan, deer, elephant, lion. Lion when he walks is like a king. So Krishna's walking like an angry lion. So everything about him was most extraordinary. The king was overwhelmed by the effulgence coming from Krishna's body. This showed Krishna was invincible, no one could finish him. So when we meet someone, you should speak. So Muchakunda, who are you? And why have you come to my cave? He saw the feet of Krishna, very soft. How he walked on this stony ground when your feet are soft like a lotus. One time I was in Trivikrama's room. A long time his eyes were closed. Then he opened his eyes and said, Muchakunda, he saw the softness of Krishna's feet. And he wondered, how could Krishna walk bare feet on the stones? But Muchakunda not did anything. But when the gopis think of Krishna walking on the stones, then they feel so much pain. Krishna's feet are very soft and this Vrindavan is very hard. So Krishna's feet should also rest on a very soft place. So the gopis offered, Krishna, you keep your feet here. But we fear because our breasts are also very hard. So that's the difference between Muchakunda and the gopis. Both saw Krishna's feet are very soft, but Muchakunda not did anything. The gopis, oh Krishna, you take this body. If this body gives you happiness, you also put your feet here. So gopis have such a mood of service. So Muchakunda, he not thought like, Krishna's feet are very soft, how could he walk on the stony ground? But more than that, he not did. Who are you? Kim Svit Tejasvi Nam Tejo Bhagavan Va Vibhavasaha. I think you are the supreme potent among all potent beings. You are so effulgent. Are you the god of fire? Are you the moon god? Are you the sun god? Maybe you're some celestial ruling some planet. But I don't think so. I think you are Manye Tvam Deva Devanam Trayanam Purushasabam Tadvadase Gua Dhavantam Pratipta Prabhayayataha. I think you are the supreme personality. Amongst Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, I think you are more supreme than them. Trayanam Purushatabhya. I think you are superior even to these three. Traya means who? Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Many people think, oh, Krishna is an incarnation of Vishnu. Because someplace scripture described like that. When Krishna comes to this world, he comes through the agency of Vishnu because Vishnu is the maintainer of the creation. But Krishna not come from Vishnu, but he comes through Vishnu when he comes to this world. Like an example, like we go to the shop and we say, I want some milk. The shopkeeper gives you the milk. But Shiva, where did the milk come from? Does the shopkeeper have a cow in the back room? The milk comes from maybe 50 or 100 kilometers away. The milk comes to us through the shop. So when scripture says Krishna an incarnation of Vishnu, what does it mean? Krishna comes through the agency of Vishnu. Not like we go to the bank and press the ATM and take out our money. The bank is not printing the money comes from the central government. But it comes to us through the bank. So these words in Muchakunda are very powerful. I think you are superior even to the three. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Yadvadasi Guadvantam. Why? Because the sun god also have effulgence, but that gives burning. But your effulgence is not like that. Your effulgence gives so much happiness, so much coolness. Because looking at you, the darkness of the cave is destroyed, but the darkness in the core of my heart, that is also destroyed. Vishnu is in charge of Sattva-gun, Brahma in charge of Rajagun, and Shiva in charge of Tamagun. But Krishna is beyond these three. Krishna is Gunatit, beyond the three modes of nature. So many, you just see in one verse, Muchakunda give how much teachings to us. So I think you cannot be sun god or moon god or any other god because you purify my heart. The darkness in the cave is destroyed. The darkness in my heart is also destroyed. So please, I think you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the Supreme amongst the three chief devatas because you destroy all darkness in my heart and in this cave. As for me, my name is Muchakunda. We are descendants in the line of Ikshvaku. I am the son of Yovanasva. I was sleeping here for a long time. I slept comfortably here for thousands of millions of years. And just now someone woke me up. The man who woke me up is now burned to ashes. And now I am seeing you face to face. Your unbearable, brilliant effulgence overwhelms my strength. Right? Muchakunda is so strong. He said, just seeing you, my whole strength is finished. That is nature of Krishna. That's why when devotees come, they always bow. Because Krishna has so unlimited beauty, strength, knowledge, fame, everything. So automatically bow down. I think you are the topmost of all living entities in this world, in the creation. That's Muchakunda asked, who are you? I am the son of Yovanasva, I come from the dynasty of Ikshvaku. My name is Muchakunda. So, who are you? Right? Krishna answered. Krishna's voice very deep, like the rumbling of clouds. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Janma karma vivadani shanti me anga sahasraha sa shanti pya anusankyanam anandatvam mayapihi. Krishna says, who am I? O King, you should know I have unlimited names, forms, qualities and activities. I have thousands of births, thousands of lives, thousands of names. In fact, my births, my activities, my names and my forms are unlimited. Krishna said even I cannot count them. After many lifetimes, maybe someone can count all the grains of dust on the earth planet. Right? Imagine someone begins from Vanamali's house and counts all the grains of dust here. Then all Georgetown, all Guyana, Suriname, West Indies, America, North America, South. How many lifetimes that? So Krishna said, even one man, after millions of lifetimes, he may count all the grains of dust on the earth. Maybe someone can count all the stars in the sky. But no one can ever finish counting my names, my forms, my qualities, my activities. What a beautiful answer Krishna gives. Who are you? Davanamara. Krishna? No. It's a nice answer. My birth and activities, which take place in past, present and future, but no one has ever finished them. No one can count. But still, since you asked me, I will tell you. Some time ago, Lord Brahma prayed to me for help. Remember, the Prithvi, the earth planet, went to Brahma. So many demons on me I cannot tolerate. Normally, Brahma takes care of anything, but any big problem Brahma cannot take care of, then he goes to Vishnu. Because Vishnu is in charge of unlimited universes, but Brahma only in charge of one universe. Like just imagine in this house, we had some criminal was coming, 19. Then what do? You go to the local police station. But maybe the local police station can't take care of them. What they do, they go to the central government. So in this way, Brahma cannot take care of any big problem. He goes to Vishnu. So Krishna said, some time ago, Lord Brahma requested me to protect the Dharma and destroy the demons who are burdening the earth. And thus I came in the Yadu dynasty. My father's name is Anakam Dumdubi Vasudev. Because I am the son of Vasudev, people call me Vasudev. It is I who have killed Kalnimi. Kalnimi was Kamsa in previous life. If you look in the 6th chapter, that is, the death of Kalnimi is there, Narayan chopped off his head. I have killed Kalnimi, who was reborn as Kamsa. I have killed Pralamba and other enemies of the saintly persons. Now this barbarian has also been finished. In the past you prayed to get my association. I have personally come to this cave to fulfill your desire, because I am very affectionate towards the devotees. Now choose some benediction from me. I will fulfill all your desires. One who is satisfied by me and has no shortage birth after birth. Imagine, Shankar, Bhagavan said, what do you want? I'll give you. What would you ask for? Huh? New wife? Some more kids? A bigger car? We are so foolish, we have many desires. No? A new washing machine, I want to fly business class. You know, we all have so many desires, and only Bhagavan can fulfill all desire. Demigods, it said the mercy of the devas like Brahma and Shiva, Ganesh, their mercy is like your shadow. It's said. Only if you have the karma, then demigods can fulfill that desire. Like when you walk, your shadow follows you. So the mercy of the devatas is like your shadow. If you have the karma, they give you. But you don't have the karma, they cannot give you. But Bhagavan is not like that. You don't have the karma, still he can give you, because he is independent. So, Krishna say, what do you want? Imagine. What would we do? Bring out the shopping list. Not like this. One guy, he rubbed a genie, and the genie came out of the bottle. I give you 3 wishes. Okay, my first wish is that I have every time I finish 2 wishes, it goes back to a 3 again. It means I want unlimited wishes from. So Krishna asking, whatever you want, I give you. And that is, whatever you want, Krishna can give that. Choose some benediction from me. I will fulfill all your desires. One who is satisfied by me has no shortage life after life. Imagine. Some rich guy, everyone, imagine some Elon Musk comes, everyone goes like this. Give me something, give me something. Imagine Krishna. Krishna as well. So Krishna is testing him. What do you want? But Muchakunda, very intelligent, he bowed down. No? Because he remembered, he got the benediction, you will see Krishna. So the king, what answer he gave? O Lord, the people of this world, men and women, are all bewildered by your Maya. Unaware of what is real and what is permanent happiness, they worship you for insignificant things. In this way they entangle themselves in family affairs, which are actually the source of misery. But someone who can just remember you a little bit becomes purified. If one who gets the human form of life does not worship you, that is like a person who falls into a dark well. Gurudev would tell the Katha. One man was being chased by a tiger. To escape the tiger, he was running. He fell into a dry well. You know, an old well no one uses for many years. The grass covers it. So he fell into a dry well. As he was falling, he grabbed one tree branch, one root. He looked up, the tiger was there. If he goes out, the tiger will finish him. He looked down, there's many snakes. What to do? He's hanging by the tree branch, then one black and one white rat chewing that branch day and night, taking our lifespan. And as he was shaking this root, then one wasp bee's nest, hundreds of bees were biting him. In his life, children biting him Vanamali. Give this, give that. Wife is biting, parents biting, government biting, friends, so-called friends, enemies. So many troubles. The troubles from this body, so many diseases. The troubles from the demigods, war, famine, financial crisis. So much things. But what happened as he was shaking the branch, because the bees were biting him, some honey was dropping. What did he do? Very nice. Very good life I had. So Muchakunda says, one who gets this human body and does not worship you is like a person who falls into a dry well. Oh Krishna, for this body I wasted birth after birth. And what is this body? Forgetting you, right? Who are we? We are not this body, we are the soul. But forgetting you, I did everything for this body. Thus I experienced endless anxiety. With deep ignorance, I took myself to be the body, which is like a pot. A pot full of what? Stool and urine and mucus, some teeth, a few hairs. I'm sure you're going, my pot is really nice. I traveled this earth intoxicated, thinking I am this body. But what is this body? If we die in the forest, it will become stool, some dog or something will eat us. If this body is eaten, we become stool. If we're cremated, we become ashes. And if we're buried, we become worms. So people forgetting you, they do everything for this body. Always thinking of what I should do and what I should not do. He becomes greedy. He tries to enjoy the senses. And the snake of death is always before him. Time. Like a mouse. You put a peanut there, the mouse is eating the peanut. The cobra's about to take it, but mouse forget he's eating the peanut. But you are there in front of everyone like death, like a snake is waiting for the mouse. This body that rides on the elephant, I am king, I am great, this body becomes stool, ashes, or worms. The kings of this world fighting like Donald Trump. Anyway, I don't want to mention names. Someone said don't abuse Trump. Any politician, anyone. I am king, I am great, I am very powerful. But when he gets home, wife, I'm sorry. Like in India, they have the monkey, they catch him by the rope and he dances and everyone gives him 5 rupees, 10 rupees. He's big hero, but when he comes to the woman, then he becomes like a monkey on a stick. Monkey on a rope, dance, nacho there. All for this body. No, so Krishna, I am tired. I've had enough of this material existence. A very beautiful verse. Bhava pavago brahmato yato bhavet bhavashi tariya chuta satsamadmaha satsanga tariya chuta sakaro paraveshwari tvai jayate. Oh Krishna, the soul is moving through this constant cycle of birth, death, old age and disease. We have been 900,000 type of fish. We have been 2 million type of plants. We have been 2,100,000 type of insects. 1 million type of bird, 1,100,000 type of four-legged animal. And now we get the human form. And what we're doing in the human form? Eating, passing stool, making a few children here and there. My life is perfect. So bhava. When the cycle of birth and death constants, when we have been here, eternal means what? When we came, you cannot say. How someone knows that their term of material existence is finished? They get a chance to see your Vaishnava, your pure Vaishnava. This is proof that material existence is now finished. It's like the fan is going, when you turn it off, it's still moving. Right? Slowly. So when we see the Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, that means what? Now the fan is off. One birth, two more birth, no problem. Now material existence is finishing. And we are so unfortunate, we meet such a Vaishnava and not understanding his teachings, we neglect him or do something. No, then we're turning the fan back on. That is bad luck. So how someone knows their material existence is finished? They get a chance for satsang. Tvaya jayate rati, and in association of sadhus, rati, love for Krishna sprouts in the heart. So Muchakunda, Krishna offering him anything you want. He's saying no. Because this body is what? So he asked in Krishna, I want the association of your devotees. Nakamayam tava pada sevan. I desire no other benediction than to serve you. What intelligent person will choose any other benediction? So he asked for the benediction of Sadhu Sangha. I want the association of your devotees. From your devotees I can hear about you. By hearing about you, all attachment to everything else will be destroyed. And I can achieve all perfection. So Krishna in this world, there's 6 enemies: lust, greed, anger, envious, madness, illusion. Never give me peace. So all peace is only at your lotus feet. Therefore Krishna, you give all shelter. O Supreme Soul, Soul of the Soul, protect me. I am in great danger. With some good fortune I have approached your lotus feet. And your lotus feet is, give freedom from all fear. So Krishna offered him a benediction, but I don't want anything except service to you. And service to you comes from association of devotees. No? It's a very strong test. No? That's why Krishna not, imagine Vanamali's, Krishna speaks in Vanamali, whatever you want I'll give you. Therefore Krishna is very kind. He waits when we have qualified that. So Krishna said, "Oh King, you are very intelligent. Your mind is pure. Although I tried to cheat you by giving you some benediction, your mind was not overcome by material desires. The intelligence of my devotees is never defeated." Right? One time Madhusudana Maharaj says, what does pure intelligence mean? Perfect intelligence means no material desire. That is called perfect intelligence. So, The minds of non-devotees who engage in other practices such as pranayama and yoga and meditation, these people are not fully cleansed of material desires. Again and again material desires appear in their heart. Therefore, Krishna gave the example when the gopis came to him. Krishna gave the example, if you take a seed and fry it, and you plant it in the ground, that seed never produces a plant. So that person whose heart has been purified by hearing about Krishna, material desires cannot come again in that heart. Because their brain has been, I guess you can say, their brain has been fried. No material desire can come again in that heart who's heard nicely about Krishna. So, Muchakunda want to be with Krishna, but what's the problem? Madhamohan? Muchakunda come from Satyuga, that means he was about 50 feet tall. And Krishna, Dwapara Yuga, end of Dwapara Yuga means like our size, a little bit taller. So imagine if Krishna is walking around with a 60-foot tall Muchakunda. Then all Krishna's lila, all Krishna's pastimes will be finished. They said Muchakunda could kill anyone just like we kill a mosquito. Then how Krishna can perform all these leelas like running away from Jarasandha, everything finished. So Krishna knows if this Muchakunda, who's like 60 feet tall from Satyuga, because he's sleeping in the cave for millions and millions of years, if he come with me, what will happen? This will give so much disturbance. So Krishna little deceived Muchakunda, but not in a bad way. So Krishna said, oh Muchakunda, when you were a king, you killed many people, many animals. So one life you have to wait. You go and do some austerities, become peaceful and purified, while always thinking of me, then next life you will come to me. But actually someone who's already seen Krishna face to face and talking with him, where's the question of him being impure? So Krishna I don't want to say deceive him, but Krishna will, no, it cannot be with me because of this reason. Krishna will push him to the side. Next life. When you wait, this body is finished, then you go to the spiritual world, then you can be with me there. Anyway, so this Muchakunda, too many valuable instructions. So do not underestimate the power of association with devotees. Do not underestimate the power of visiting the holy places. Yesterday I was talking with Gopal, and I said, oh, your temple is very beautiful. And we're talking about the dome. And I asked Gopal, why your temple have 5 domes? He goes, I don't know, man, that's just the way it is. So if temple is very big, can have 9 domes. Like Gurudev's temple in Navru, it's so huge. 9 domes. One is big one and 8 little ones. Because there are 9 ways to serve Krishna. Hearing about him, chanting his names, remembering him, offering prayers, worshipping the temple, archanam, bandhanam, that becoming his servant, becoming his friend, offering everything to him. So 9 limbs of devotion. The main is chanting the holy name. So Gopal, if you're next time you build a bigger temple, you can have 9 domes. And 5, if you cannot do the 9, then 5 must be there, especially in Kali Yuga. Sadhu Sang Nam Kirtan Bhagavat Shravana Mathurava Shradya Murti Sevana. 5 things we must do. Association with devotees, Nam Kirtan, chanting the holy names, Bhagavat Shravana, hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, residing in a holy place like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Puri, but especially Vrindavan, Mayapur, and Shradya Murti Sevana, serving the deity with faith. So, if we get a chance to do Sadhu Sang, all other 4 are there. If you're with the Sadhu, Sadhu will do what? Nam Kirtan. Sadhu will do what? Speak Bhagavatam. Sadhu lives where? Vrindavan. So we do Sadhu Sang, we will get all these 5. So especially is Kartik coming again, You know, every year we have to say the same thing because what to do. And in Kartik month we get a chance to do all these 5. In Kartik we get a chance to associate. Mother Mohan coming this year? Huh? What? Don't blame Radharani. Radhe. Try to come. No? Every year we're asking people. I don't know, people have a million excuses. Someone had a ticket. I promise you, Maharaj, I'll be coming. I love Didi, I'll be coming. Mind changed. But this is Maya. Bhagavan said, Maya, Durga, she have 8 hands. Why are you going to Sadhu? Stay here. With 8 hands, she keeps you here. You know, so we have to be a little determined. Even obstacles may come, still we have to cross. And by mercy of Gurudev would say, put your feet on the head of all obstacles. So this year is Kartik. Sita, many years not came. You've still got 2 kidneys. Try and come. We cannot come in October, then in January we're opening our new temple in Mayapur. There will be installation of the deities. There will be many years we not went, various reasons. But we'll be doing Mayapur Parikram, this regiment, this Navadvip Parikram with Madhusudhan Maharaj. So it's a very great chance. So who not came yet or who came, but became a little cold. And Kartik is nice. If you cannot come in Kartik, then come in January. I think it's February, beginning of February, 1 month. We'll get a chance for this. This is once in a lifetime. Mayapur, installation of Didi. This is a very, very special thing. And Didi building that temple, 9-10 years she building that temple. It is like her life. You can think like special. Special seva, special desire. Sometimes Vaishnava also have desire, but that is good for the whole world. So we finish. Ranamali, thank you for everything. Always we have nice programs here. Rasapriya, where are you? Rasapriya, did you bring the books? Okay, please don't leave without books. Because lecture goes in one ear and out the other. The book is also always with us. Go Premanande Hari Hari Bo Hare Krishna Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Hare Krishna.